Education has always been a huge part of my life. And I was raised in a small town in Alamosa where it's still fairly racially segregated with like white people and Latinos. And I am mixed race. So my brother actually had the same experience. We've compared notes since, where we were able to hang out with sort of both demographics. And as you might imagine, there is a huge gap in educational access and like support and coaching. So I was someone who came from a family with two college educated parents. My brother is older than me, had already gone through college by the time I got to high school, and was in a master's program. So these things were always expected of me, and I never doubted my ability to go to college and to afford college and to go into debt for college and all of these things. So, working hard in school to do that was just like what you did. But I had a lot of friends, particularly my Latino friends, who were either English as a second language or who didn't have parents who were as supportive, who wanted them to like drop out of school and work to support the family, which, I absolutely understand where that can come from when you're really struggling for money and struggling to make ends meet. And you don't know what education might be able to do for your future, right? And what I found was that, unfortunately, a lot of other aspects outside of the family, like within the school system, were also working against them. And it was so frustrating. I had a really good friend who was told that she should give up trying to learn to read because she was never going to do it if she hadn't done it by the time she was 14. And the thing is, she is now college educated and has an excellent career. So not only was I from a family that valued education, but I also sort of was witness to find what a privilege that was to have that support and to really want to use it. So after school, I went to CSU and I got some scholarships. Most of them were fairly small. I applied for like 1,000 and got like 10. And most of them were kind of more like pocket money than anything really. And I'm in a little bit of debt for it, but I'm paying it off slowly because of college, I now have a career path that will be able to slowly make those payments. And I actually got a degree in theater because that's my sort of passion. It's my art. It's, what I love most. And my minor was in political science. But what your undergrad really did, or what my undergrad did for me, was it shows people that I can stick with something for 4 years and that I'm a reasonably literate, competent human being. And so even though theater is not what my career is now in, having that 4-year degree on the top of my resume says, hey, this young woman can stick with something for 4 years. She can write an essay. She can communicate to human beings. It's probably spoken in public. And there's just sort of these assumptions that come with that bachelor's degree so that I don't have to explain that to every single person fighting for an interview. They can just accept you're probably a reasonably competent person, so you're worth interviewing.